Yep, we're down an NPC. And that's not new news. It's been like that last time already. So, Bloodborne. Need to get done with this game. Now, all things considered, as soon as I am going to talk about it, and as soon as I say it, it's probably not gonna happen, because something's gonna go wrong. That's just a given, isn't it? But all in all, with the DLC done, aside from Lawrence, but I've already admitted to not wanting to do the old fire bro at all, because I really don't like to fight. The worst or the most difficult bosses are basically out of the way already, so there's just Ebrietas left. The rest should be, whilst maybe not necessarily pushovers, they should be easy enough to deal with, so looking forward to that. Forward to being able to deal with them sufficiently effectively. Now, of course, if I want to make my way to Byrgenwerth, I need to head through the Forbidden Woods, which is something I have yet to do. Well, I unlocked the snack part of the woods, so about halfway there. Hey Walter, how you doing? How's the bucket helmet treating you? No, I need to get my bearings in the fight against the snack people, so... Oh, that's not the way to do it. Didn't think the grab would go quite as far. The first hit staggers them lightly, but any follow-up won't. Can't really see much. Now I don't really want to speedrun these areas, but I'll probably just gloss through a lot of the collectibles. Stemming from the fact that I don't need them at this point at all, really. and well, me wanting to get done. Or rather, I'd like to fight the bosses more so than I want to deal with the areas. I said it last time already though. I'd love to go for another Ludwig fight. Or orphan fight even. Yep. Well, that was dangerous to go for the counterattack. We stand next to the lake. Well, we float next to the lake. It be as it may. It's a little bit annoying that I have to use a 4th attack on these. Probably gonna do less damage. Oh yes. Well, at least the 4th attack makes more sense, I guess. Nah. Hey guys. Starting to get their number. Wee. Combat roll. Combat roll. No. Well, it's not that bad. Damage wise, I say, and then I got slow poisoned. If you get a little bit attuned to the moveset of the snakes and the snake people, the floaty combat style of the evading attacks from the Chicago does really well against this, against them. Wee. Broken ankle. Oh. Let's have a talk with the graveyard keeper. just need to actually watch out for when their attack pattern. I do think it's a good showcase for the range, the backstab of the Chicago. Just how much range it offers. Coming from here, we'll need to take the oh, don't mind me, Mr. Snake. Hey guys. Yeah, I wanted to go down anyway, so that's surprisingly helpful. The little dude. Oh, I don't want to be in here if he charges. We'll need to remove a bit. It's not looking good, Doctor. We lost a patient. There you go. So we've reached the precipice of Byrgenwerth. Such a quick little jog if you know where you're going. Let's open up the back door. Cause I have a feeling I'll need it. I need to also make up my mind whether or not I wanna quickly run through the nightmare. But first things first, the shadows of Yharnam. Like to get a little bit of damage on the other katana. Ooh, yep, they comboed me. Ah, annoying. Trying to be aggressive, that's what I get. That's what I get. Well, it's just a quick hop and a skip, and we're back. Oh, shining coins. Da money. Now I do have the tendency to go too far in this place. So that's the gravestone. Yeah, and this is it. Leave the groundskeeper alone and just try to deal with it. Break line of sight. And not. Going for a wide angle approach. That's the one with the broken AI. Just need to thin out the other guys first to make use of his AI. I do believe they actually all have that quirk. It's the most noticeable on the him. Killing him second is ideal because of his low life. Could you not? Guys? What are you doing? He's afraid. Wouldn't call it surgical, but this was a very effective way of dealing with him. Now, of course, having what? How much HP? Well, 1500. Helps a lot. Let's not get frenzied now. I'll take my complementary sedatives and move on. To Byrgenwerth. I mean, do I really need to spend my blood echoes at this point? He just missed. Flat out missed. Flat out missed. I'm pretty sure they do hurt quite a bit if they get to hit you. Byrgenwerth with its collection of questionable statues. I have some messengers in there. In a way, these might all be depictions of messengers to a degree. Although these ones, the medium ones, it is the typical way the amygdala is portrayed. Just from a stature point of view. It's also the question what these are supposed to be. Might just be people. Might be the transformation. Those that partake in the blood on the go. Which would be a good reason why Master Willem is so apprehensive about using the blood. They were very keen on putting up warnings all around. They are also reminiscent of the grotesque transformations of the bell ringer ritual, which would highlight once again their nature as a warning. Now, Willem not being a saint is obvious if you consider these are the remains of his students. Well, and these have distinct insect-like qualities. No idea how this is going to go. Can deal massive damage to it if you hit the flower. Exactly the flower, although... Oh, that was a good bit of damage. Missed the second time though. Ugh. gaping dragon's cosmic cousin. You can in the chalice dungeons sometimes find them still partially underground, and I believe if you hit the flower in that state, it's a one-shot, or close to a one-shot most of the times. Arcane flowers. Let's get sliced and diced by the choir's presence. Hopefully I can... Is her name Yuria? Let's start off. Taking out a couple of organs. Oh, that's nice. Can I please tell me that's enough? Whew. That's great. It's not all that obvious. You're able to just outright kill her. Student uniform. Henrik. The spider hides all manner of rituals, certain to reveal nothing, for true enlightenment need not be shared. It's maybe a bit far-reaching to try to liken this to Buddha's enlightenment, as one of the central virtues is that you need to achieve it yourself. When the red moon hangs low, the line between man and beast is blurred, and when the great ones descend, a womb will be blessed with child. Luminarium. No squelching. We don't do squelching here. I couldn't take it along. But I wanted a souvenir. The planet. Different bodies. Sky. Most likely. Now, is there another note downstairs? I wonder. Don't need to open that door, that's not really a shortcut. I'll take a pearl slug. Well, we do find a couple of things that belong to the deep into the nightmare. This might be a facsimile to Willem's desk. It's in one of the nightmare rooms where it's basically hinted at. You're in his study. Hey, Willem. The mushroom man cometh. You can kill him for the eye rune. Don't have to. Or you did that in new game, so don't really need to. For now, I'll refill my blood vials. And then it's time to visit Rom. Might as well. Could fill up on antidotes as well. Now let's not get headbutt by a spider. Yharnam's just around the corner. Whee! Cue the old spider or caterpillar debate. Vacuous rum. So many eyes. So many eyes. I doubt I'll be able to stagger her. So she may just do some blasting. Let's see how well this goes. Clean out a couple of spiders. It's easy enough in phase 1. Spider mommy. Wee. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh, yeah, I didn't want to get webbed. Yeah. Spider staggered. That's what I get for going slow. Oh well. Get staggered. Bloodborne kill switch. Oh. Now, if I wanna, oh no, don't, I've gone too far. I might be able to stagger her out of her animation of Terakuyo. Let's see how do. Rakuyo deals with spiders. I mean, now that I'm back into phase 1, I might as well take the time the game forced on me and clear out the spooters again. So too bad. Oh well. Oh, got. I couldn't do anything. Spider stagger. The moment the first spider hit me. No, don't anger the plant. What a beautiful flower. A beautiful, delicate flower. Off we go. 4 times the charm, hopefully. That's what I get for saying the damage wasn't that bad. It was more or less a moment like this that got me killed. Thanks to Rom. She's backing off fairly aggressively though. Ah, hit her head. No, she's angry. Anybody will want to have a go at me? Thankfully, this is nowhere near as dangerous as the Chalice Dungeon version. Well, that was maximum panic rolling. Wanna... Just going for a leisurely stroll. And get hit by a meteorite. She's feeling threatened now. Oh, that's not the dual-wield version. Slow, steady. Oh, and I immediately stood in Yharnam's reach. Moon Presence is must be really impressed with us. Bzz. Rituals. Secret broken. Seek the nightmare newborn. Seek it I shall. Bye, amygdala. Pale blood sky. What did Miyazaki-san say? The sky after the blood moon is meant to resemble a body drained of blood. Now I made one large error. I did not visit the Cathedral Ward after the beggar's done for. Adela is also done for. Only Ariana is left.
Oh, you again. Perfect timing. I've
I
got
know.
some more. See?
Beast blood pellets.
Oh my. You just can't get enough.
Hmm.
No, I understand. I'm the very same. Oh, hello again. I really do owe you a terrible lot. Finding me such a nice place to live. This is a smashing place. It's everything Yharnam ever had and more. This is everything.
So yeah, he killed Adela. And the beggar. And only Ariana is left, and well, she's not doing so hot because Uden is, well.
Oh, forgive me. So, no blood today.
So she's a bit preoccupied with herself, which is fair. Doll's asleep. Yahagul, the unseen village. Prodigy in jail. that is how you pronounce it, is off limits currently. Not one of those. School of Menses Initiates. Now there are eyes in the sky. We are being watched. You people are terribly rude. The Menses ritual must be stopped, lest we all become beasts. They are basically aggressively transforming people into beasts. Creating a similarly primal god to go along with it. It's like, hey people, open from this side. Well, thankfully there's a hole in the wall. Hey guys. People silently praying. Although these corpses are pretty much mummified as well at this point, so... In there, yeah. It's the back entrance. Which ultimately leads us onto this plaza. That's one hell of an asthma attack. Oh, broken ankle. Hi. How you doing? You're having a nice night, Amygdala. Amygdala, Amygdala. Moo? Well, yeah, there's no point in going in from there. Gotta be honest, it is kind of painful to listen to. My own mold-related asthma issues. You do get sensitized to the sound. Jesus. Jabus. Now where's the... I need to get in there. Oh, here it is. No. She's right there, game. The member of the choir. They look wretched. Yeah, I'm the beast. Amygdala, oh amygdala. Let's get lasered. Somehow I managed to evade all that. No idea where the lasers, what path it takes. Go again. Chameleon. There's the old lamp, old lantern. Oh, hi. Hope he's having a nice time. Nice time of it. Stranger. Let's get rid of the big guy. A ambush. Now, because there was furrow, I can skip the gang squad. And instead head straight into the streets. Never quite sure, is this a door now? No. Just, it looks like one. The reflective surface. Hey people. Like, could you not? Oh, it's a werewolf. Hi, werewolf. Could you stop it? Trying to consider what's the what would be the easiest way to get back. To the thingy. Might as well have a quick look inside. Getting shot at. I do not appreciate. Yeah, this is just a way to the road level, street level. Now, ideally, I don't need to think about getting back. Is there something? Yes, there is something back here. Intelligible what they're actually whispering. Well, let's witness the creation of a god. Defector Anton. A beautiful night to have a curse. That's what happened to the people of Yharnam. To all those kidnapped. They were sent to the flesh dimension. Where is that? Need to get rid of these. They keep healing him otherwise. Oh, that's... Did I miss? What the hell? Feels like I did, but... She already fall? It's like, what happened? Yeah, she fell. Why though? Can you... Yeah, could you not... She just decided to step into the arena. Seems... having a moment. Whoa. That's a lot of damage. Got lulled into false sense security by the first wave of that. The muck was able to out-heal it, but he just didn't hit me. Or he chain cast it. Don't know. Well. It's not on purpose that I'm looking down. It's just how it happened. Got shot. Zigzag. Anyone know where to aim? Oof! Oh, that's close. Oh, please don't. Stop feeding your baby. I need quicksilver bullets. Why would the game give me quicksilver bullets in this fight? Or maybe for spells? Oh, let's go again. Having another moment again. to not get staggered by him. Well, another slow fight, but another victory. Chonk. School of Menses. Back to the Hunter's Dream. Partially just because I wanna know how the lamp is called. She's still asleep. Hmm. 120. I don't really wanna buy more level ups. So just invest in consumables. And it's also time to deal with the beggar. Just like that. Because now Ariana should also be on death's door. Oh well, she was on death's door, now she's dead. Yes. Ariana's shoes, which we have 2 pair now. Shoes worn by Ariana, woman of the night in the Cathedral Ward, innocent and cute in contrast to its owner. So bright out, it's almost like it's morning.
Oh, you again. Perfect timing. I've got some more. See? Oh. Oh my. You just can't get enough. Oh no, I understand. I'm the very same.
Now he should be talking about leaving.
Oh, hello again. I really do owe you a terrible lot. Finding me such a nice place to live. This is a smack. Is everything Yharnam?
Well, the NPCs are dead, so there isn't... I thought he said something about he was going to leave at this point, but it might be that he just vanishes from the playthrough. So it's high time we deal with him. Just for the dialogue.
This is a smack. Is everything Yharnam?
And there's his...
You are a sick puppy. You drink the blood of half the town, and now this! And you talk of beasts! You hunters are the real killers!
An abhorrent beast. Fairly low health bar compared to the chalices, but still, same horrible enemy.
Hunters are killers, nothing less. You call me a beast? A beast? What would you know? I didn't ask for this.
Ooh. Stagecoach is helping out quite a lot. What? Oh, it's not even a stagecoach. It's just a couple of coffins. Coffins on a wagon.
Rancid beasts, every last one of us.
Madman's knowledge. Well, and that's why you don't want to deal with the beggar if you've ever wondered and did not know. He'll just be gone at some point if you kill enough bosses, do enough stuff. But before that, he'll kill all your NPCs you've sent to the... all other NPCs you've sent to the Cathedral. Also, if you don't like doing the chalices or don't want to buff the chalices, if you ever wanted to fight an Abhorrent Beast, that's how you do it. So, next stop. The upper ward. Well, what can I say? I thought he was dead. Whoa! Well, instead I'm dead because I got stuck on a pillar. And that's how it goes sometimes. Foolish. Slays an Abhorrent Beast, gets killed by a pillar and a brick. Death is oftentimes so mundane. Well, that's nice that you pick up my echoes instead of the big guy. Not that I need them. Moo. I hate that. How he's like, yo. Oh. Going all kinds of wrong. Mostly because I did not want to. Bye. That's the mountain range the Hunter's Nightmare takes inspiration from. The sky and the cosmos are one. The choir. Church Hunter badge. Oh, Hunter's mark. More Quicksilver bullets. Upper Cathedral key we took from the choir member that found his end in Yharnam. Let's not get bitten by the little baby. Blue elixir. Ooh, the eyeball shotgun. Yikes. You're all looking up to Ebrietas. Wouldn't necessarily call her mommy dearest. Veiled statues. Hi guys. Don't want to be chomped, thank you very much. A fire to, I guess, keep out the little ones. Oh! And then he fell backwards off There. The choir garb. Stated a couple of times already that it's my favorite set. Let's get werewolfed. Not this window? Yes, it is this window. Blue eye werewolf. I'm too quick to do this area any real justice. It is still my favorite area from the feeling, from the just general atmosphere it gives off. Because I think it's the moment when the fairly action-oriented game switches gear to full-on horror. That works really well. Let's open from this side. Well, we are in. For werewolf. Get werewolfed. Do you fit through the door? I don't know. Never quite remember. Well, I guess he's trying to scale the walls. It's maybe a bit much, but it works. That's one. At least two more. I believe there's 4 in total. What are you doing? Not usually that reserved. Someone's angry at me. Oh, why are you aggroed? You're not the one supposed to be angry. There's one more. I get the feeling there's still one more after that. I don't really remember how many there are. It's 3 or 4. Now don't die at this point. Be a shame. Now the guy who got angry at me is in this. Should be him. Don't want to show myself. Bullet. Hunter's mark. I think that's the choir. Yeah, I hear that werewolf. I knew it. So, and then there's still the squad upstairs. The unseen thinkers of the choir. Is it on the blue elixir? Dubious liquid medicine used in strange experiments conducted by the high ministers of the healing church. A type of anesthetic that numbs the brain. Hunters able to retain consciousness by force of will make use of their secondary effect of the medicine, which dilutes the presence while standing still. Which creates the unseen thinkers of the choir. Oh, just one shot that. Well, that's a nice little showing how why that one tends to get me. Set one more along a walkway of items, just ripe for the picking. Squelch, 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 squelch. Does he come into the room? Ambushed. Blue elixirs. Great, the blindfold cap. To round out the set. The pearl slug. And of course, the door. Now, one of the meanest setups, my opinion, in the game. Because once you go for him, the other guy is just able to go for you. He has the orphanage key, which, well, unfortunately makes him the guy you need to kill. And that's just that. And of course, the gesture. We need to make contact. He just sits next to this door. There was this old trick you could do with the cane, where with the jumping attack, the cane part clipped through the door and you could kill him. You could aggro him and then kill him through the door with heavy attacks. No idea if they ever patched that, if that's still possible. It's just a shame that the choir is such a... the orphanage is such a short little section. Like what, 2 bosses and a house filled with werewolves and brain suckers? I said, no, there's probably more to the fact that it's filled with brain sucking parasites, which probably does not get enough attention. So let's see how this goes. The emissary is the one who does not actually approach to attack. So it's him. He only attacks once he grows 5 times in size. What? Game, please. Don't die after the fact. Oof. One of the easier fights in the game. The Lumen Flower Garden. And going by the DLC, somewhere on this side of this, the structure, there would be the laboratory, the ward, healing church ward. Back to the nightmare we go. And then let's get butterflied. I do hope sincerely this does not take 2 hours. If I'll have trouble against any of these bosses, it's gonna be Ebrietas. And whilst Logarius did at least partially give me a run for the Marmone, he still operates according to hunter rules and is parryable. Meanwhile, Ebrietas, well, she scoffs at such things. I mean, I could summon, who is it, Antal? Damien. Now, why would Damien, why would a member of the School of Menses be interested in getting rid of the Healing Church's healing powers? The Holy Medium. The wings are surely meant to also have the somewhat angelic connotation. Ebrietas lies. Waiting. A schlep. Next, in my opinion, her former cocoon. She is meant to be a butterfly. A beautiful, beautiful butterfly. Snailfly, if you will. I could try the Arakuyo bolt paper attempt again. Yeah, my Chicago and my Arakuyo are both pretty beat up. Yeesh. I forgot about that. I forgot about her. Spawning spores. Spawning stars. A moment when you find a dead leaf in your hair and you haven't been outside all day. I will say I think I'm dealing a surprising amount of damage to her. I didn't think it'd be anywhere near as much that I'd be doing. Repair. Well, back to the Lumen Flower Garden we go. Fortunately, she's angry now. Oh, how did that miss me? Ah! I should really be just dodging to the side, but I'm greedy for the extra hits on her head. That's basically what's happening. Yeah, the Arakuyo together with a bolt paper deals loads of damage to her if I get a couple of moments where I can just attack her. No, 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 no. You wretched little mushroom. Gosh darn it. Is Maria going to put her down? Nah. The 1-2 punch. That's why you shouldn't go ham on the boss while standing right in front of her. Yep. And then suddenly it's as easy as that. Well, it's easy as all one spam in the in the cheese spot. Aw. I will say it's been a while since I managed to get into that spot behind her. Usually she just shoves me out. $15,000. Bulgaria's seat. The Advent Plaza. 2 hours, most of the game done. Considering what I want to do, there isn't all that much left at this point. There's the amygdala, there's Mikuláš, and Wet Nurse, and well, Logarius, not Logarius, Lawrence. Potentially Lawrence, potentially amygdala. I don't really have a mind of doing either of the two. Being brutally honest, that's what usually happens, and at times like these, I do want to I come in motivated into a New Game Plus run. Like, I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to this, and yes. But overall, it kind of fizzles out. I stand before Mikuláš. Head into the nightmare. At this rate, I'd really like to be able to do Ludwig and the Orphan in New Game Plus 2, but I've transitioned into the boss fight mood. Don't need this place. Goddamn students drinking too much, throwing up all over the place. Should be calling in sick if it's not bad. The nameless moon presence beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. Pale blood. A few mentions of pale blood in the game. One of the instances that leads many people to take the stance that it is the name of the moon presence. An idea. I personally don't adhere to, but well, Miyazaki-san has alluded to such as well. damage is somewhat poor. And the fact that I don't have fire means there's gonna be worms. Worms. Ouch. Stop it. Not sharing. Whoa. Guys, please. You're not normally this vicious. Ah! They really aren't that vicious normally. Just realized I should really mention that it's New Game Plus in my title. I need to just go. Guys, no, that. Oh, come on. He had my number of those jump attacks. He knew exactly what he was doing and what was working. Also, why are both sides able to head today? Gesture menu. That's ultimately what killed me now, in that moment. Or then, in that moment. Hey guys. Yeah, a nice nap. So much for not trying to not speedrun these areas, but really game. Please let me in. Where's the... Is it downstairs? See ya. Come on, jump. Gosh darn. I'll pretend nothing happened. Just on my way to Mikuláš. Like nothing's out of the ordinary. Do I have... Oops. Do I have a nice gem? No, I do not. For the Rakuyo, maybe. Something triangular. Nope. That's too bad. Weapon durability down 50. Well, at least you can use these on the Rakuyo. Chicago would be impossible to actually. There goes loft base. A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. So many of you. There's been this many. Very lazy about their job. What can I say? It's Crow Dog and Dog Crow. A lot of shortcuts in this part of the game. Probably gonna get marionetted on by Mikuláš. Mikuláš Cage. Okay, guys.
Ah, cause. Or some say cousin. Do you hear our prayers? No, we shall not abandon the dream. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now.
In you go. Oh, good God. Well, at least it does not one-shot me.
Majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast. The nightmare swirls and churns unending.
Oh no, that's the actual room.
Ah, of course. Some say Cosmo. Do you hear our prayers? Some say Cosmo, as you once did for the vacuous wrong. Grant us eyes, grant us eyes, grant eyes on our brains to cleanse our beastly idiocy. And round back of the road, hidden now from sight. Cosmos, of course. Let us sit about and speak feverishly, chatting into the wee hours of new ideas at the higher plane.
It's just nothing really to wake up into. Never quite comfortable with the Mikolash fight. I do tend to die in the second phase. The only dangerous attack he really has, aside from getting reposted by the Augur of Ebrietas, is the Call Beyond. And oh boy, it's a downright miracle it didn't hit me at all. Oh, suddenly a cat. Hey. Fancy seeing you here. Wanna say hi? We are one boss away. Now, nope. I don't really need to deal with the brain at all. And now that I basically ran through the first part of the areas, I might as well just finish it. Yeah. I love you too. And that's when she leaves. Too much affection. Of course, I do still need to get past the shadows of Yharnam. Oh, now she wants the gamepad. Great, fair enough. It's a bit awkward to control whilst holding it like I have to, thanks to. So far, so high up. What's up? We're not done yet. The inspection commences. So, cat just leaves. Very nice, the piggy. To just be done. It's a stampede! They 60k. What happened there? Did they all kill each other? Damn. No. I want to send this down. Barely able to. Do still have Yusuf, cause fair enough. Queen Yharnam in her dream form with the bloody and flat belly. As she in the real world or in the Chalice dungeon still has her baby belly with the calcified remains of sure Murgo's sibling or a sibling to Murgo. The role of the Fumarian queens, quote unquote, was fairly well unfortunate. Is the mildest way to put it, which does not nearly scratch the surface, considering the queens of the Fumero were usually women that in some way drew the attention of the great ones, and they were queens in name alone. They were more slaves to the nobles than actual rulers, which is neatly shown in the fact that Queen Yharnam is bound once we find her in her throne room, quote unquote. So her role is a tragic one. Of course, Murgo. Well, innocence of a child, he deserves none of this. Probably no point in memeing the wet nurse. Don't. Going by how the... Oh, I dodged right into that. You are a little bit distracting. Talking to my cat. Oh! Well, and I memed her anyhow. She quiets down. Light the lamp. But as is tradition, we shall inform Yharnam of our success. I mean, she knows already. I'll just have her thank us. She bows and before she vanishes. And now the tree's on fire, yo!
Good hunter, you have come.
I have.
Dawn will soon break. This night and this dream will end.
It is over.
Gammon awaits you at the foot of the great tree. Good hunter, your presence somehow soothes. I sense the ancient echoes. They course your veins. Farewell, good hunter. May...
A Yharnam sunrise. And whilst we not end the dream, our personal nightmare will be over.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun.
Mm-hmm.
You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
We shall submit, as it is the last thing left to do.
Farewell, my keen hunter. Fear the blood.
The moon presence watching. So we awaken next to one of the many wells in Yharnam. Yharnam sunrise.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
And there is my platinum trophy. New milestone reached. Oh, Bloodborne. Let's quickly head to the hunt stream and then wrap up with Bloodborne for the time being for good.
Good. All signed and sealed.
Of course, the everlasting nightmare of a Souls-like game. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. We have just transcended the hunt. Or so we thought. Oh. Oh. Don't hurt too well. He didn't get to hit me. 1,000 damage to kill him. Basically deals as much damage now as it did in the first playthrough. But I would say percentage-wise, at least for some starting classes. The Hunter's Dream. An abandoned doll. Of course, there's one thing different now. There's a new gravestone. This is our grave. This gets added to the save file if you have a Yharnam sunrise ending as a part of it. It's a nice little Easter egg. So, here we are, done and dusted. Bloodborne New Game Plus, Chicago. as I was saying maybe an hour or so ago, basically what usually happens when I start playing New Game Plus for these games, I start motivated, I want to do everything again, but I kind of, it fizzles out, I lose motivation, and then in the end I start rushing stuff or skipping stuff. And well, again, that is what happened. I skipped 2 things and most of the loot in a lot of the areas. Because, well, don't really need it. Now, if I come back to the save file at any point, it's probably because I want to find Ludwig and the Orphan in New Game Plus Plus. Because I only ever did that once, if even. Due to this getting bored and yeah, just losing patience. Due to that, I don't really tend to do a lot of New Game Plus content in these games. The furthest one I got was in Sekiro, where I got to New Game Plus free because of the... In my original save file on my laptop, on my PC, I did all Sekiro achievements in a single save file, which is why I got so deep into that game. But I didn't have Bloodborne for long enough to get that far, I guess. Anyway, Bloodborne. I do believe Bloodborne is still one of the best original works in regards to cosmic horror or Cthulhian fiction. It is beautifully executed and begs for additions to the storyline and the world. Now, I have a very hardline stance that I do not want a Bloodborne 2. I am very much opposed to that because I do believe the only thing that would happen is the same thing that happened with Dark Souls. It would dilute the overall experience. There isn't that much more that needs to be told, and if Miyazaki-san wants to make another cosmic horror inspired tale, he'll just start, or he should, in my opinion, go for a new IP. Now, there's always the chance that it will be made at some point. But I do, and there's also always the chance that it could be good, could actually be good, but seeing how the Dark Souls franchise was, what direction that took ultimately, whilst it brought forth my personal favorite game of the whole Soulsbornian series that is directly from Miyazaki-san, I don't think any other games should emulate that, because they are so vastly different. There isn't really any reason why they are the same, why they are a part of the same game franchise. Why they are a trilogy. They could all be standalone titles with different names, slightly altered storylines or regions and bosses, and it would be perfectly serviceable. And it probably would even strengthen the impact each game has on its own, whilst of course it would not have achieved the same amount of sales that the connecting name Dark Souls brought to the table for Sony and Bamco, but I think in a viewed in a vacuum, the games would probably have profited from not being a Dark Souls, and having a Bloodborne and a Bloodborne 2 probably would just have the same problem. Why not make something new? Also, hashtag cosmic horror. Elden Ring has a whole load of cosmic horror. So it might just be exactly that, and the general idea of the grace is not too dissimilar from Blood Echoes as a whole, with grace being apparently also carried in the blood. But this whole idea of the currencies of the games being carried in the blood is also carried on in Dark Souls, especially with humanity, but possibly also with the regular souls. So Bloodborne is just taking this particular part of the general consensus of the games he created and fleshes that one out further, I do believe. Getting looked at by a cat. I guess she does not share the same opinion in regards to the games, game franchises, and the general, the way they were released or created, all in all. But oh well. That out of the way, it is still one of my favorite games in the series. It is in a joint second place with Elden Ring and Sekiro. Whilst I will always continue also to defend the fact that Sekiro is not a Souls-like game. It is a different type of game. It just gets lumped into the whole mess because it has been released during the height of Soulsian. Sorry, got distracted by the cat. At the height of Soulsian popularity, and it is, in my personal opinion, harder than the other games because it's more reliant on perfectionism, trying to actually deflect most attacks. Maybe not perfectly, but you'll have to work for it much more so than normal parries in Dark Souls. Or a different way to go about it, to argue the point, would be in Dark Souls and in Bloodborne, you always have the option of parrying the opponent, shooting him in the face, or smashing him with your shield. In Sekiro, you are dependent on doing that. You just have to learn it. In Dark Souls, you can always avoid it altogether. Bloodborne, maybe not so much Bloodborne. Parrying in Bloodborne is also a lot easier, at least for me personally. That doesn't mean that I hit every parry, as is evident. That's not the case, but I digress. So, I have achieved Bloodborne Platinum with this playthrough, and this will end my playthroughs on stream for the time being. I'm likely going to come back to the game at some point. It's the second time I platinumed the game. This time on a different account, different console. It's still a lot of fun. And Ludwig stands tall as one of the best composed bosses all around, in my personal opinion. For me personally, much like Slave Knight Gale and Dark Eater Medea from Dark Souls 3, or Our Father from Sekiro. Now, there's a 0% chance that I'll never come back to the game, but for the time being, it is something that I've completed for now, and I'm happy with this outcome. Now, I'm still considering what I want to do for Sundays in the near future. It might not be a Souls-like But there are a couple of things that are up for deliberation. I do still have one playthrough of Sekiro ahead of me. There's 2 more Dark Souls titles in my shelf I have not touched. I wanted to give Wolong Fallen Dynasty another go around and with a different build and maybe the DLCs. I do kinda need to prepare a character for Elden Ring, because there will be a DLC in the future and who knows when that'll hit. At this point, maybe at the end of the year or the start of next year. Next week or at the start of August was, I do believe, the next chance we might get some more information on the Elden Ring DLC. We'll see how that goes. And I could go into Dark Souls 3 again, but I haven't done any of the farming for the different Covenant items that I still need, which is a pain. That being said, that's only the Soulsian options. I do still want to do Cyberpunk. Now with the new Twitch guidelines for labeling content, I'm sure Cyberpunk has a whole load of labels attached to it now. But yeah, I wanna play that as well. Still. I've been saying this for half a year now at this point, and I never really had the gusto to get going with it. Maybe I should just start that. Not gonna start it today. The question is whether or not I'm done for the day, or if I wanna just switch games for an hour. I might just switch over to Diablo. So much pointless information for the end of Bloodborne. Probably did a bad job at showcasing the Chikage. For I really like it. But looking back at it, I do think the fight against the Shadows of Yharnam today is probably a good showcase for what I mean with the floaty playstyle that I've been talking about a couple of times, or against the beggar in his Abhorrent Beast form as well. Just the general amount of ground you can cover with dodges. It's not really evident from just these non-combat scenarios. The character doesn't really follow up nearly as far as in combat. She does a couple of steps towards the enemy if she can, even from this angle. Especially the side dodging is very nice. I more or less memed the wet nurse as well, which... oh, that's just a bonus. It's one of the only fights the Bloodblade mode is actually useful. It's the only one I know off the top of my head that can actually be rampant poisoned. I'm sure there's maybe 1 or 2 more, but not much else. And whilst the wet nurse does not have as much HP to begin with, it does chunk her really nicely. Also, there's to keep in mind, the New Game Plus playthrough is, of course, a good bit shorter than the New Game or New Game Plus playthrough, as New Game Plus is technically always the easiest playthrough of any of these games, as your character has scaled harder than 95% of the content, which is most noticeable right at the start, because scaling does not really compete with your characters from the normal trash mobs you usually encounter first. And even in the later parts of the game, if you continue to level your character, you do outscale them quite severely. The only game I cannot confidently say this about is Elden Ring, as I've only dabbled a very small amount in the New Game Plus, and I felt the knights hit like a truck, but that might have just been me being dumb, as is happening ever so often. Now, I will turn off Bloodborne now. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've stuck around until this very point, I really appreciate it. But I do understand if you checked out a lot earlier as well. So, as per usual, thank you very much for watching on Twitch, on YouTube. Thank you very much for following on Twitch or subscribing on YouTube. It helps a lot. It's a great little motivator. This concludes Bloodborne. Not a very lore-heavy playthrough. I talked a lot about my views of the game and its lore in the very first playthrough, which, unfortunately, most of those got eaten by the mic settings and the PS5's mic settings that reverted on the last couple of episodes back to no commentary mode, which is really sad and disheartening. But, well, what can I say? I didn't have really in me to talk much about the game's lore afterwards, and I do think it's a bit sad, and it might merit another playthrough at some point, just to talk about this for a little bit more. But I guess the same can be said for any of these games. Because I can't stress enough, the thing that keeps me playing these most of all is the lore, is the backstory, is all the tiny little tidbits you can find, and the fact that whilst I usually, when I play the game for the first time or find an item for the first time, I read all descriptions, I tend to forget. I tend also to skip over a handful of them because that's just a scimitar, there's nothing interesting on it. And, well, 2.5 years later, suddenly that's a big revelation because I never saw it before. And combined with the fact that none of these games has a story that is set 100% in stone, there's always something to deliberate or something to interpret according to your own views on the game, on the characters. There is no real 100% definite way to explain any of these stories. And I think that is beautiful. I said that time and time again. I do enjoy this fact a lot. It has its frustrating moments, of course. Just everything around Lawrence, if you will, is one of those large frustrating points, as there isn't really any info on him at all. And that is a major hurdle in deciphering the game, or the fact that there is no real timetable of events? Nah. How would you call it? You don't know what happened at what point in time, or how long ago events were. So, not being able to date historic events or the events in Yharnam makes that hard as well. Trying to consider what happened first and what was found first. Is it how many things did Byrgenwerth actually pull out of the Tomb of the Gods and stole from the Fumero before the schism happened, and at what point did they take Ebrietas and moved her to the healing church? There's many small considerations you can make with all of these different aspects. It's more or less the same with Elden Ring, as Elden Ring also does not have a fixed order of events that is very clear to decipher. So depending on which event happened first, the motivations or the outcome of certain follow-ups slightly changes in your interpretation, or possibly at least. And thus your viewpoint on certain characters can also change on a very fundamental level at times. And Lawrence in Bloodborne is, for me personally, one of these characters that is very much shaped by what transpired around him. And there is still... It's hard to come to a consensus if he is a quote-unquote good character or quote-unquote evil character in the narrative. Now, of course, the way it's set up, most of the characters are pretty much grey, and for all the redeeming qualities Master Willem gets presented with towards you, there's no denying what he did to his students at Byrgenwerth. So he and Lawrence, they're two people of the same cloth. They are both parts of the forces behind the incident in the fishing hamlet, which, well, they put a whole village to the sword just to crack open their skulls and examine their brains. And whilst these events are certain at this point, I'm finishing up the playthrough for me, and I'm just reminiscing on a lot of the lore, because on the general aspect of how malleable the story is, due to the fact that you don't get all the information for a lot of the, or maybe not a lot, for certain central aspects of the story. And with Bloodborne, that is Lawrence to a major degree. As a character, we barely get anything or get to know anything about him, and the way we as a player view him has I would argue, a major implications on the story as a whole. Now, of course, that goes both ways. Probably not the best way to start off with, because the way you view the events around the healing church, and if it was a desperate struggle, for instance, or if you see it as a more malicious attempt at influencing the populace even as a whole, the general viewpoint towards Lawrence shifts. As perhaps he could be a tragic character, he could be a even fairly positive character that's just running down the wrong road head over heels. Or he could be downright quote-unquote evil by forcing his own ideals on the populace, or just, well, more or less anybody. And now, of course, as I was just going on about the fishing hamlet incident, that is, of course, one of the major aspects that shapes the viewer or the player's perspective on Lawrence as a whole, as he is part of the powers that more or less set that into motion. So there are, of course, sins associated with the character. But anyway, that is all for Bloodborne New Game Plus. I've just finished my New Game Plus playthrough of Bloodborne. It was, I was getting my platinum achievement on the PS5. So I still had to do that with the Yharnam Sunrise ending. And I decided I wanted to do a New Game Plus because I didn't get enough time with my beloved Chikage. Really like the weapon. So, unfortunately, I'm all but done at this point. This is already the start of New Game Plus Plus. The doll is sitting in the corner because of that, and I have a new, well, my own gravestone now. And they dipped. Anyway, somehow I managed to finagle out another 10 minutes. Sorry about that. I am gonna turn off Bloodborne now, and I'm going to well, I'm probably gonna switch over to Diablo for a little bit. I mean, might as well. So, thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far into my TED Talk about variable storytelling. Oh yeah, before I got poor person throwing me off my train of thought. I wanted to quickly highlight the parallel with Marika from Elden Ring, as she also is a character that's largely left untouched in what you get from the game. There are a couple of hints, some major hints even, but that give you some insight into her character. But between a story that likely led to her character shifting in her motivations and changing over the course of the events, and just in general the things that happened not being in a fixed order we can easily put together. A lot of how you view her and her actions might change. So, one final time, thank you very much for watching. This has been Bloodborne. It's gonna be done with Bloodborne for a while at least now, and I'll find something else to do on Sundays. Bye bye.